fire alarm systems come in non-addressable and addressable. When non-addressable is relatively small, addressable is bigger. And I need to explain that because I'm going to talk about the difference between a wireless system and a wired system, and a mix between the two. So your wired system tends to be, a cable that goes to all the devices and comes back to you, tells you where they are, what's happened. Wireless, the devices think that they're wired to the control panel, but you've put a box on top of the control panel that effectively kids that device into thinking it's wired. But the advantage being that you can go and take that detector and put it in a space that you couldn't wire to, and you put your detectors there. So in the old days, a wireless fire alarm panel was the panel with two aerials on the top, and everything was wirelessly connected to it. As it stands at the moment, a wireless fire alarm is a wired fire alarm with a box on top of it that turns the wires into radio. So you've got the standard technology that you could use with wired and radio, and you're just kidding it into thinking that it's kidding is not the right word, but you're effectively converting it to be wireless. But because you've got that, you've actually got a wired fire alarm panel, which means that you can that's easy to wire because we're refurbishing that area. So we can take all the ceiling tiles down, all the walls, we're going to put the wires in, and that's a good way of doing that area. But this area is grade 2 listed, and with no way we can get the wires around. So what we're going to do is we're going to put radio detectors in that area. So that's hybrid. So you've got radio, which is a wired fire alarm that's been converted to radio, the wired fire alarm, so you just wire it out, and then the hybrid, which is a cross between the two. When you look at the differences in cost, radio tends to be more expensive than wired, but it depends, like everything in life. If you've got an operation, a business operation, and you've got to close it for a period of time, then you're losing money. So a radio system could be put in a lot quicker than a wired system. So a wired system might be 3 weeks, radio could be 3 days. So it very much is horses for courses, which is why the best thing is to speak to us, and we'll give you our advice.